Welcome to Chemistry 1B example 12. Now in some cases we don't always want to calculate the delta H of reaction, and we can use Hess's law and the delta H of reaction if it's given to calculate the delta H of formation for a compound where it's not known. So this is the point of the example. This is what we're given. We're given the following information. We're given that thermochemical equation in blue. Here, I'll mark it for you, and we want to find the delta H of formation for the acetate ion. So we have sodium ions. This is sodium plus acetate plus water, giving us sodium acetate. Okay, and the delta H for the reaction is already given at minus 19.7 kilojoules per mole. Now we can look up the values in this equation. This is what we can find. We can find that for sodium ions, the delta H is this value. For the salt, the final salt, the delta H value is this. And for water, liquid, we know it's a common value that we've been seeing these days of 285.9 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so we have for sodium, we have water, we have the salt, and we're looking for this one. Okay, so how are we going to approach this? Well, we can use the condensed form of Hess's law. And if we take the delta H of reaction and we write it out, so remember delta H of reaction is delta HF for the products. Okay, so this is the products, okay, minus the sum of the delta H for the reactants. And we've got reactants here, okay. We know the value for this, we know the value for this, and we know the value for this, and this is what we're trying to find. So we can then rearrange, and we can end up with the delta H for the acetate, which is what we're trying to find, is going to be equal to the delta H for the product, for the salt, minus the sodium, minus the delta H of reaction, minus that for the water. And then if we plug the values in that we have, okay, we can plug the values in. We've got minus 7110.4 for the hydrated salt for here. And we have 293.7 for the sodium ions, 19.7, negative 19.7 for the delta H of reaction, and then 3 times the value for water. And we solve this thing, do the math, and we end up with a value of plus 406.7 kilojoules per mole.